Check. Check.
Check.
Pinned. Hey, Tony Spark, will you give me a test on the punch in there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I see you. I hear you. Hey, Kayla, Pug Daddy's Willow Weekend. Ooh, Ireland. Dream vacation spot, I like it. Kathy Joe, thanks for the share. Rebecca, Ireland as well. Look at that. Maybe we need to start a group vacay there. Rebecca, thank you for the heart me. We do have a goal of 3K bolts to get Candy Thunder up here to start the show. Like always, Beck says Ireland as well. Tanya D, Maldives. Andromeda Amber, thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Dream Italy. Mama Jen, thanks for the share there. Greatly appreciate that. Kathy Joe, thank you for the share. Greatly appreciate it. Leslie, hello there. Good to see you. Wolfie Shadow, Ireland or Sweden. A lot of Ireland going on here. Lodin SE. L? Or is it Iodine? Just Mag says Iceland there. Courtney Christie, thanks for the share. Greatly appreciate it. Mama Jen, Amber L, Hickey, Mary, Sassy Cassie, Thane, thanks for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. Mary with the hundo bolts there. Thane with Kitty, heck yeah. Willow Wiccan, thanks for the share. Be Not Afraid, thanks for the share there as well. Seeing Sun says New Zealand, Aruba, Ireland. Kate, Australia. Ooh, you know what? Australia would be fun. Donna, Iceland. Kathy, Mass here. Massachusetts. Rosie, Sicily. Katisi, thanks for the share. Greatly appreciate that. Tony Spark for the lightning bolts coming through there. Amber L. Hickey as well. Wonder Woman, Elise Newman, Lily, Chris, and Ambracker. Fane, Mama Jen, thanks so much. Jocelyn says Japan. Lauren, New Zealand or Australia. I Flint in Denmark there. Good to see ya. Cat Easy, so many places you want to go. Same. Brown Skeen, thanks for the share there. Greatly appreciate that. Walter in Italy. You went to Ireland in December. It was amazing. Ooh, jelly. Jelly. So hi, by Lalo with the follow. Thanks so much for that. Wonder Woman, Ben, Candy Thunder with the shares. Thanks so much. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, Rez, good to see you there. Honey Bear, Bora Bora with Tom Els. Honey Bear's like dream vacay with people. You get to define who you're going to take on that dream vacay, right? I like it. Ante it up. Candy Thunder with the share. Tony Spark with the share. Thanks so much for that. Lauren B, thanks for the share there. Brooke No E, thank you. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, Myra, good to see you. Sue Becca with the share. Magic Drop is in the house here too. Hey-o, the cursing classicist. Sherry, never caught a live before? Well, heck. Welcome to your first Gosh Heckin' Live. Callens says it's Dusty, my actual name. My name is Dustin, so yeah. Yeah. I normally go by Dustin, but here, I am Dusty. Sarah Myers, you actually made it. You made it on time. Heck yeah. Lele, thanks so much there. Greatly appreciate it. Crystal, thanks for the share. Greatly appreciate that. Mama Ranger, warm, exotic beach location. Yeah, I could get down with that. Michelle, anywhere warm outside. Cathisi, Ireland, Scotland. Oh, the Doctor Who spot. That would be damn fun. That would be a hell of a good time. Kate and Thunder would enjoy that vacay too. Heck yeah. Overkill Mill in the house here. Magic Drop with the share. Thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Miles is in the house here too. Miles says the moon if Mars wasn't possible. I mean, these days you never know. You never know. Hey, Tara there in Tennessee. I'm getting ready to head your direction here in a couple of weeks. Overkill says Scotland, Ireland. And it sounds like we need to just form a group vacation to Ireland. V-Baby, walking into a meeting. Well, yeah, we'll see you here in a bit. See you in an hour. Have fun at that meeting. Ashley, Bailey asked what you're doing. Bella, thanks so much for the share there. Greatly appreciate it. Crystal, oh, Japan and Scotland would be awesome. Juliet Wood became a member finally. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Heck yeah. Grim, Tracy Walker, Dixon. Oh, almost did it. Dixon. We'll just leave it there. Almost fell for it. Michelle Heather, Carol Jaworski, Michelle again, Wayward Priscilla, Shanae, Carol. And Juliet Wood again, welcome to the Gosh Heck Fam. I'm glad to have you here. Sue Ann, Dixon, Jenny on the block. Speaking of, Jenny's 15-year-old boy, Christopher, is turning 15 today. Happy Gosh Heckin' birthday, Christopher. From Mom, Bonus Dad, and Jasmine, Elle's sister. Happy Gosh Heckin' birthday to you. 15, that's a big one, man. Kristen, Museum Girl, Wolfie Shadow, Grim, Jenny again there. Kristen, Museum Girl again there. Izzy Bear, Tragically Sharp. Diana Galvin, Anna Hartzman, Dixon, Jill, Grim, Annie Butcher, Sally, Tragically Sharp again there. Myra Catalina, M. Pickrell, Justina, Armaniacal, Silver, Rez, Lauren, Donna DJ, Tanya D, Tragically Sharp, Mama Jen, thanks so much for the love there. Grim, Juliet Wood, Brannigan Minotti, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam. Just Mags, Juliet Wood, Allie Gonzalez, Virginia, MJ Newcomb, Just Mags again, Shanae, heck yeah. Heck yes. Jimmy says, trip to Disney. You making the cake right now, Jenny? Heck yes. I know you said in the VIP, but I'm like, I can't. I saw your name. I was like, let's just do it. Let's do it. We'll talk about it there too, though. Ann says Maldives. Redmond, Hawaii. We're at Grandpa Service. Very cool. Amy Tweedy Autumn, thanks so much for the shares. They're greatly appreciated. Callens, Kai. Hey, good to see you. Sophia, hey, long time no see. Look at that. Paris, Disney. Just Mags with the share there too. Thanks so much. Greatly appreciate that. We got another minute here before we get started. Trin, you're sick today? No. We'll try to make you feel better for a little bit here. Hail, Amanda Mills, Nicole, thanks for the shares. Greatly appreciate that. Kat says Tokyo Disney. That would be cool. That would be cool. Wayward, Tanya, Donna DJ, Natalie Ford. Wayward again there. Ali Gonzalez, Alejandra, Norma Lopez, Adventures with Pam K, Lauren B. Graham, Juliet Wood. Thanks for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Hunter Girl, good to see you. Thunder Bro. There you go, Fleur. What did you say earlier, Caden Thunder? Said get out your dustpan. Oh, yeah. Get out your broom. It's about to get dusty. Oh, didn't know that. Did not know that. Sorry. Caribbean Jill. I like that. Fleur. Yeah, that's Caden Thunder for you. Tragically Sharp, Misty Soul, Nat Vaz, Katie, Adventures with Pam K, Wrecking Up the Lightning Bolts there, Lisa Knott, Misty again there, Hunter Girl, Elizabeth, Tanya, Wayward, thanks for the love, Brenda Joe, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam, heck yeah, Katie, thanks so much for the love there, greatly appreciate it. You laughed because it's funny, Kat, because it's funny. He got the dad joke humor for me. Andrea says Greece. Man, that would be so much fun. Dylan, thanks so much. I greatly appreciate the love there. Greatly. Elizabeth says Greece as well. Michelle Simpson, Ali Gonzalez, Michelle again there, Katie, Elizabeth, Mary, Happy Dragons, Abriel Hickey, thank you so much for the love. Going to Portugal and Spain in May, Sherry? That sounds fun. Fleur, Galapagos Islands. Hey, you might find Ted there. Not Alexis, though. She's not playing with that. Bora Bora, Miss Krish. That would be fun. Katie, Becky, Michelle, Just Mags, thanks for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. Anywhere. Janine, at this point in time, anywhere. Friggin' Branson. Doesn't matter. We're like, what, an hour and a half away from Branson, Missouri. We go there often. When the time is right. South Africa. Tanya, that's, Fleur, yes, you have to ride around on one of the giant tortoises. Have to. Hey, Sapphire, Italy. Italy sounds fun. Rhodes says Germany. Somewhere in the country in a log cabin. Angel, you know what? A secluded solitude kind of vacation sounds amazing. Hey, we already hit that first goal. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a moment. It's still being silly and only showing me the first 15. Oof. Wolfie Shadow Fox leading the board here. Nope, try harder in the number 2 slot. Prep Girl, Adventures with Pam, Michelle Heather, Hunter Girl, Wayward Darling, Keiki, Sapphires, Pixie Dust, Diana, AK Mary, Snowman Collector, Amber L. Hickey, Anita Dickens, Rez Q Ninja, Fane, Tony Spark, Mags Mazing, Sue Ann, 257, M. Pickerel, Dizzy Tizzy, Mama Silver, Mary Happy Dragons, and Annie Butcher, Anna Hartman, Donna 12661, Candy Thunder, Armaniacal, Jenny the Block 2, Tanya D, aka T, Mr. Soul, Shanae, Justina, Jenny Thomason, Blessed Wonder Woman, Christian Museum Girl, Nat Ford, Sassy Cassie. Thanks for the love, guys. Greatly appreciate that. I'm going to get the next goal set up, and then we will bring Candy Thunder up here. Hey. This next one will unlock a cake story and confetti. I have my caps lock on. Whoop. Oh, I thought you were walking over to the desk, Candy Thunder. She's prepping. Natalie, I can't not. Natalie Ford. Mama Ranger, I hear you. We'll make sure we get it up for you. So if you end up having to bounce from the live today, and you want to watch it after the fact, it gets posted on YouTube at noon tomorrow. Before we dive into this, Samantha, Katie, M. Pickerel, Anna, Hartman, Nope, Try Harder, Lauren B, Elizabeth, Wolfie Shadow, Janine, N.A., Nadia, Boo Boo, Wonder Woman, Nadia again there, Mr. Soul, Katie, thanks so much for the love there, greatly appreciate it. Let's bring in the one and only, in her red era, Candy Thunder.
Oh my God. It's Candy Thunder.
Hey, guys.
Oh, yeah, we have to read a cake story to start off today, don't we?
Oh, there you go. My first... I'm sorry.
Yep, yeah, they're on top of it. On top of it.
The last few weeks I've been on after the first story, so I'm like,
You don't know what to do with your hands?
I don't know what to say. I know, we're going to the Super Bowl, and I'm so freaking excited. I cannot wait. Hey, thank you. I did a side part on my hair today instead of a center part. I don't care if the side part's not in. I don't. We did a headshot today, so.
And we did a fun group
Chiefs,
team Chiefs photo too. Heck yeah.
Thank you, Nisi, for
Nisi's on top of it.
Getting rid of the
Tony Sparks on top of it there too. The montage closed on the business yesterday. Got to get back to work. Oh. It's a lot of work getting it spooled up, man.
Side part is always in.
Good luck.
It's true. It's such a weird thing to try to control the. I love it. I do a center part most of the time just because it's easier, and I don't like straighten my hair. I just blow dry it and go. But today we did a picture, like a new headshot kind of thing. And so when I have to have my picture taken, it's close up. I need the side part to feel comfortable with myself. It's comfort.
I hear you. I mean,
your hair is great all the time.
Sorry.
He doesn't even have to work for his hair. It's just beautiful.
I'll just put a hat on today. That's how hard I tried. Throw a hat on. It's all fine. It's all fine. Donna, you like the other team? Are you saying you're a 49ers fan? That's okay. You don't have to.
Yeah, I love your team.
You don't have to abandon your team just to be a part of the stream here.
Yeah.
We love fans of all teams, people who don't even like football. We love them all. We're just a big football fam. I'm kind of sad that it's going to be over after. I know. That's the worst part.
I'm like, what are we going to do on Sundays? I don't know. That's when you watch NASCAR. No.
I don't think we're a NASCAR family.
We're not a NASCAR family.
Even the Ravens, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. What about anything big happen over the last week?
No, I do have to tell you a cute Navy story, and then we'll jump into our first story. But, we use Navy's name is Navy Harlow Storm. So we like if we are trying to get her attention or if we're trying to like get her to focus, we'll be like Navy Harlow or Navy Low. And so yesterday she said my name and I responded, but I don't think she heard me. And so she turns around and she looks at me and she's like, Mommy Harlow, and used her middle name on me to get my attention and like had the tone for the middle name. And it was literally one of the cutest things she might have done. And it was so adorable.
Clearly doesn't understand the concept of middle names yet, but we'll get there.
So I tried to tell her that my middle name was Elizabeth, and she was like, no, it's Harlow. And I said, no, I told her it was Elizabeth, and then she said, Agibigus? And I was like, that's exactly how you say it.
There you go,
yeah.
Agibigus.
That's
Agibigus. But for her age, like so smart, and her vocabulary is vast, and she'll have a full conversation with you, complete sentences. She'll explain full concepts and thoughts.
Hey,
it's hilarious.
Amber, I totally get it. The envy that I had for John Elway growing up was huge. So when they were winning Super Bowls, I'm pretty sure I was cheering for John Elway, not the Broncos. So, and now he owns them, which is even cooler.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of car dealerships.
Yeah. I now need to be called a gibberish.
A gibberish.
That's awesome.
A gibberish.
She is 2. Navy is 2. She'll be 3 in May.
Yeah, but is about the size of a 5-year-old. Talks like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, she's in 5T, so she's
a big girl.
She's got the torso like you can't wear 4T because it's too short and it sucks. So
she's also to this point now where
if I use my kid's full name, they think I'm in trouble. Absolutely.
She's started doing these things where conversationally, normally it would be like, hey mommy, hey daddy, hey Dee Dee, hey, she would specifically say the name of the person that she was trying to get to, but now she'll say things like, hey guys, or like, hey everybody. So she now understands she can use different terms to group people together, and now just makes blanket requests from everyone at the same time. She's like, I don't care who does it, just do it.
J in her, I don't know. She said -3 and in a 13. Yeah, Navy's is 2, and she's in a size 9 shoe and 5T class.
Yeah, pandemic babies.
Yeah.
There's something there. There's something. She could end up being like 6'1.5" like dad.
Yeah, she's a volleyball player. Whatever she wants to do. But all right, let's dive into our first story.
All right. Thanks, Taylor. All right. For those of you who are members of the Storm and are able to jump in for the VIP today, I posted in the Facebook group there are a couple of firsts that are going to happen there. I do have some intro notes to go through here as well, which I do need to go through there. So coming up, we have stories about wild accusations over cake, wedding dress drama, petty revenge text, family money dilemmas, unwelcome dogs, nepotism gone wrong, and of course, cake stories and spicy stories. My goodness, we're already at 426 of the 600 donuts for our goal there. A couple of quick notes before we dive in on our story. The podcast with Bree is now out. It's been out for a couple of weeks. We were supposed to have Thunder and Spark out now as well, but I ruined it. So we're re-recording that this week. Sorry. It happens. Piano Man is out, of course, in ebook, paperback, and hardcover copy on Amazon, but also, I did add a small number of signed paperback copies available for purchase on the TikTok shop. I don't know if they're showing up there yet. It shows on my end that they've been approved, but on the front end, it didn't look like they were there yet. But I ended those today. So if they don't show up immediately for you, next time you come back, check them out. They should be there soon. Also, we're still getting some reports of imposter accounts and of imposter accounts reaching out to people directly and asking for money and doing all kinds of crazy shit. This is our only account. So if it's not at @DustyThunder_, it's not us. So just be aware. And as a reminder, no spoilers, please. Spoilers will be muted. Don't do it. You don't want to do it. It's not worth the risk. Let's dive in on the very first story of the day, which, as a reminder, is a cake reward story that y'all unlocked last week. So let's do it. This story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Yelling at My Sister-in-Law for Not Eating Cake at My Wedding? Bitch, you gonna eat cake and you like it. Don't you say no. I don't care if you're on a diet. I don't care if you can't process sugar. You're gonna eat my wedding cake. It's what?
It's got some wow.
Oh, okay. It's twisty. I, 26 female, just got married to the love of my life, 32 female, in December. Sorry, not 32 female. It's a good start. I, 26 female, just got married to the love of my life, 32 male, in December. He proposed in the summer of 2022, but we decided to hold off on the wedding due to some personal reasons. I have never gotten along with my sister-in-law, 25 female. She's always trying to put me down and is overall not the kindest. I met my husband through her when I was 20, and she's been kind of distant since then. Well, she and I were friends. While she and I were friends, I shared a lot about my insecurities. I used to be 300 pounds and was very insecure about it. I went on a weight loss journey, but she always felt the need to compete with me. If I worked out for an hour, she worked out for 2. If I chose something healthy on the menu, she would laugh at me. Despite us drifting apart, this hasn't really gone away. I have lost some weight and I am at a healthy weight now. It's important to note that I only lost weight for health reasons and not for appearance reasons. Despite this, I think losing weight has made men more attracted to me. Not that this is important. I am now thinner than she is. She's chubby, but not fat like I was. Of course, she was at my wedding. She was a bridesmaid, and she and I were actually getting along well, and there were no issues. She was actually super supportive during the whole process. The ceremony was gorgeous, and I wouldn't hesitate to call it the best day of my life. During the reception, the cake came out and everyone was having it, and I noticed that she wasn't. I could see her eyeing me as I ate the cake. I had 2 slices, and by the time I was on my second slice, I could feel her eyes. I felt like she was judging me for eating cake after my weight loss. I think she is jealous because I was able to lose weight and she wasn't. I was tipsy and decided to confront her. I asked her what her problem was and why she wasn't eating the cake. She seemed offended but didn't say anything. This upset me more, and I lost it. I told her she thinks she's a good person when she's really not. I also accused her of being in love with my husband. She left in tears, and the rest of the night was tainted from the interaction. My maid of honor texted me and told me I overreacted, and some other guests shared her sentiment. I haven't apologized, but have been thinking about it since my mother-in-law cut off me and my husband. My husband agrees she's probably in love with him, and I should just leave it alone. Edit. I want to give more context on our friendship. When I was bigger than her, she would make remarks about me being the cow of the friend group. When I started my weight loss, she made fun of me for it. Now that I'm thinner than her, I think she's jealous that I'm able to eat cake now. Confusion. It's her brother? Wait. Okay, hold up. It is sister-in-law, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But it kind of came from left field, the whole, I think, I think you're in love with my husband thing. Like she came up with that idea when she was tipsy at her own wedding, but then hubby agreed and said, yeah, she probably is. So what now? There are 2 separate issues. That I feel like is a byproduct of whatever other bullshit is going on. I think the main issue there is yeah, she's probably got her own health struggles, and you've seen some success there. And maybe she's tried twice as hard and hasn't seen the kind of results that you've had, and that's got to be frustrating for her. And because of that, she is just hyper judgy about everything. Let's ignore the whole in love with her brother thing for a second, because that could just be a weird part of this thing. The main issue here is that she had this friend. The friend is having her own struggles, but appreciated in the beginning that she had someone that she felt was less than her, that she could use as the Dobby of the group. And then OP's not that anymore. And this friend has been hypercritical of everything. So it's not okay. Even if she didn't say anything, giving her the side eyes while she's eating her own damn wedding cake, like maybe OP, getting tipsy at her own wedding and being like, "Bish, what's your problem? Why ain't you eating the cake?" And getting into a little tiff there at her own wedding might not have been the play, but it doesn't matter. You've got a fractured friendship. If there is some kind of weird relationship thing going on the side, it just makes it complicated. So just it comes back to the whole proximity thing, right? If you've got somebody in close proximity with you who's willing to do damage, they don't get to enjoy that proximity anymore. So increase the distance. remove the proximity and don't allow them to do harm to you. But this feels like it's a lot. It's a lot. So the question here is, am I the astronaut for yelling at my sister-in-law for not eating cake at my wedding? God, I don't know, man. It does kind of feel like an everyone sucks here, doesn't it? There's a lot going on with all parties. Everybody's hypersensitive about things and just getting all worked up. So yes, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to an everyone sucks here. Definitely could have been handled differently. It's just weird. It's a weird situation, right? It's a weird situation. All right, we hit the donut goal here too. Let's talk about that for a second. Nope, Try Harder leading the board by a mile here with the number 1 slot. Michelle Heather in the number 2 spot. Casey Stone, number 3. TLS Journey, Steph JB, Pixie Dust, Wolfie Shadow Fox, Kelsey C, AK Mary, Fleur Toxic, Sue Ann, Simara, Dragon Cat, Sapphires, Miss Anna, and then Tony Spark, Keiki. The weird part was that it happened the instant that I turned this direction, so it was like right at me. Okay. Prep Girl, Pink 1727, Adventures with Pam, Amberelle Hickey, Justina, Mags Mazing, M. Bickrell, Donna 12661, Blessed Wonder Woman, Jills Zal, Hunter Girl, Alicia Suver, Bebop, Fell Hermit Fairy, Anna Hartman, and Jenny Thomason. Thanks so much, guys. Greatly appreciate the love there. In 20 years, there's going to be like a class action commercial that's like, if you or someone you love has been in the vicinity of confetti cannons and have suffered lung issues, asbestos, whatever, call this law firm. All right, we're going to get the next one set up here. Thank you guys so much for the love on that. Greatly appreciate it. Our next one is going to get Tony Spark up here and a spicy reward story.
Tony Spark and spicy reward story.
If I could spell, this would be much better. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we've got a goal of 2,500 fire. Also, while we're bopping out to the song here, Miles is working on an edit for a custom track. May have something to let you hear soon. Verdict on P was that was in Everybody Sucks Here, Bobby Joe Crossno. Just a weird situation, and obviously, at your own wedding, if you're the one starting shit at your own wedding, there's an issue there. And if somebody's side-eyeing you, yeah, there's a problem. But she already knew there was a problem with that relationship. That wasn't a surprise on anything. The whole potentially in love with her brother / OP's husband is a whole nother layer of what the fuck to the story. But in general, for the question that she was asking about what went down at the wedding, it's an Everyone Sucks Here. The Dobby of the group. Yes.
OP must not eat cake anymore.
Okay. Now, what did we unlock there? Another cake story. All right. We're eating it up today. As Ava Thunder would say. That's the slang now. If somebody eats, it's like they're like doing well, showing off, looking good, whatever. Yeah. She was watching the new Percy Jackson episode last night with her earbuds in saying, "Eat, Percy Jackson." I'm like, okay, so eat is like it's the new thing. And we're eating a lot of cake stories right now. This is a follower submitted cake story and is titled, "Am I the astronaut for giving my nephew cupcakes?" Hey, Dusty, Candy, and the Thunder crew. I love watching your videos and I hope you can offer some advice on a family disagreement we are having. By the way, OP, if you're in chat and want to claim your story, you know what to do. I, 28 male, have one sister, 34 female, and she has a son, B, who just turned 6. My sister has always been a bit on the bougie side and loves to create Instagram-worthy moments when it comes to parties and family gatherings, including B's birthday parties. They are always very elaborate and have fancy food, decorations, and desserts. Let's put it this way. Just by looking at the decorations and party setup, you wouldn't know that it was for a child. Is this like the beige aesthetic kind of thing? There are never any fun kid things to do like bounce houses. Bounce houses. Words are hard. There are never any fun kid things like bounce houses, superhero themed decorations, or good cheap sugary snacks. It always looks like this party is being thrown by a Kardashian. But hey, the photos on Insta are great. Leading up to B's birthday, he was talking about how much he loves the Marvel superheroes and really wanted a Marvel party. Of course, my sister wasn't having it. I could see how disappointed B was, so I decided to do something about it. Fast forward to the day of the party, I showed up at my sister's house as predicted. It looked like a Grammys after party and not like a 6-year-old's birthday. I found B sitting over by himself playing with some of his toys. I felt so bad that he wasn't having any fun, so I went ahead and gave him one of his presents. He opened it up and his eyes lit up. It was a dozen Marvel-themed cupcakes with red and blue icing and those cheap plastic rings on them. He was so excited. He asked me if he could eat one, and of course, being the funkle that I am, who am I to say no? He chowed down on the cupcake, and when I went back to mingling, he chowed down on the cupcake, and I went back to mingling. Then suddenly I heard, "OMG, what did you eat?" B had gone over to his mom, and he now had red and blue icing all over his face and his all-white outfit. Who puts an all-white outfit on a 6-year-old? That's just asking for trouble. My sister was furious. I feel like I saw steam shoot out of her ears when B pointed at me. She asked where he got those. Thanks for throwing me under the bus, kid. She went off on me telling me how I ruined his outfit, screwed up the whole party, and how disrespectful I was for bringing cupcakes to the party that weren't on theme. I was trying to hold back laughter and just nodded and apologized. My mom and dad were also piling on and saying that I shouldn't have brought them. I felt bad for the kid and brought him cupcakes that I knew he would like. Does that make me a good uncle? I think so. Does that make me an asshole? My family seems to think so. My sister hasn't talked to me since, and my mom has made several comments about it and how I need to beg for forgiveness. What should I do? Am I the astronaut in this situation? Okay. Sister is miserable. Micheline, great uncle. NTA, best uncle ever. NTA. So why am I blowing up? So I have put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but my wrist is blowing up just like left and right, and I need it to stop. Sorry, give me just a second. There we go. Okay. I think we're all seeing it from his perspective, where he's focusing on the 6-year-old kid, right? Now, obviously, there's some unrealistic expectations on mom's part here, where she isn't focused on doing a party that he would like. She's focused on the aesthetic, focused on the Insta post. That is not fair to the kid. That's not the right thing to do, blah, blah, blah. But if you're throwing a party and one of your family members shows up and knowingly thwarts your plan, you'd probably be pretty upset about it. Not that it's the right thing to do. Not that I can't imagine us ever doing this kind of thing. Like, it's a recipe for disaster. First of all, if you want to have a separate bougie photo shoot session, do that before the party and then have the real party, right? I think that there's probably this misconception on her part that this is how people actually live. The people who do actually live like that are probably really miserable. But there is an Insta side of life where you see all these staged things in the all white outfits for a 6-year-old's birthday party. And then there's the real life that happens after the photo shoot happens. In my opinion here, and in so many of ours here on chat, it is an NTA situation. Like, you did something that made the kid happy, and the kid deserved to be happy on his own gosh heckin' birthday. So what the hell? Giving her a heads up wouldn't have done any good. I was about to say it would have been preferable to let her know, like, hey, I'm doing this because I want him to actually enjoy his birthday party, but she would have prevented that from happening. She would have been like, oh no. Just thrown away or done something to get them out of the way. So there's no way that OP here could have approached his sister. Was that right? Could have approached the kid's mom and still been able to make the kid happy. She would have she would have been the gatekeeper to happiness then. Sucks. So, and yeah, it was a present. Good point, Leslie. The cupcakes were a present. Was mom going to take... Is mom going to take his present away? Surely not, right? Had confetti on top of my drink. That happened. Oh, Renee, thanks so much. From cold Poland. Kids are not accessories. Amanda, good point. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it there. Fleur, Toxique, nope, try harder. I got to figure out how to say this name. Kiola Jenkins. Fleur again there. Nope, try harder again. Leslie Jumargai. Dawn Klimowitz. Leslie Galvin. O'Sheet. Nice name. I dig it. Kiola again there. Dawn. Just Mags. Natalie Ford. Taylor. Melissa B. Christine Glazer. Casey Stone. Fleur again there. Bobby F. Thanks so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that, guys. TLS. OMG Cookies. The Kitty Cartel. You wouldn't want to run into the Kitty Cartel member in a dark alley. I'll tell you that right now. Nope, try harder. Amber L. Hickey, Kitty Cartel again there. Adventures with Pam K. Piotr. Mama Chick, thanks so much. Polly Girl, see you there as well. Thank you so much. Lil Red, Alejandra, LQ, Wonder Woman, Fleur, Lil Savvy ASMR, Anastasia, Collier, Dragon Cat. Thanks so much for the love. Greatly appreciate it. Sierra, you know what? You make a good point there. There are probably better ways to go about it. Stuff like that will get you removed from the child's life. If you, we talk about this quite a bit, where you can't treat a parent with disrespect and expect to have a relationship with the child. So there's that side of the coin, right? Where this was obviously some level, there was obviously some level of disrespect to the mom in this case, but I think this as a wake-up call and seeing how happy her kid was is maybe a little bit of pain that is needed to create some change. And maybe if OP at this point explains the why, maybe the why explanation is needed there to get her to see why he did what he did and how stark of a contrast there was between his happiness when he received something he actually liked versus doing the Insta aesthetic photo shoot, all white, P. Diddy's white party, birthday party kind of thing, right? So there's probably a way to go forward from it from now, but knowing that it was going to cause pain, knowing that it was going to create some happiness there, maybe it's the pain that's needed. Maybe it's the hero that was needed. Okay, I think we're ready to dive into our first official non-reward story for the day here. Is the mom that status conscious Maggie? Probably. We are at 1825 of 25 hundo on the fire goal right now. Well, you would have done it, Huff Rock. Casey, I got your girlfriend's name right? Which name was that? Jarby, Fleur, LQ, Tracy, Ananda, L again there, Fleur again there, Tam Tam, heck yeah. We love that name. Tam Tam. Elizabeth, Lil Red, Alejandra, Donna, thanks so much. Ishtara, Rebecca, see you there as well. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. Kiola, nice. He'll always be the cool uncle. He may just not be able to have as many encounters with the kid. That's, I think, where it gets complicated. Okay, our first official story for the day here is from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Let My Stepdaughter Use My Daughter's Wedding Dress? I'll try my best to explain the situation and make sure to present both sides. I, female 49, met my stepdaughter Zoe 2.5 years ago. I married her father less than 5 months ago. It was a small and private celebration since that's what we felt was the best thing to do, since I'm still grieving my daughter Lauren, who passed away from sepsis at the age of 26. Damn. It was so sudden. She was doing okay and was getting ready for her wedding that was supposed to happen the same month she passed away. We still don't know what went wrong. We were devastated, to say the least. Her fiance had a hard time adapting to the new normal. I still have contact with him. We're very close. I took most of her belongings, including her wedding dress. We bought it together and she put a lot of her touches on it. We worked hard on it. Although it hurts to look at it, I make sure it's safe. Zoe's younger than Lauren. She's 23. We're not very close and distance is one of the reasons why, but we're very respectful towards each other. The issue started when Zoe visited to talk about her wedding in April. We were talking about the wedding dresses. Oh, sorry. We were talking about wedding dresses, and she suddenly brought up Lauren's wedding dress. I asked her what about it, and she said she saw it several times, and it got stuck on her mind. She asked if she could see it, and I let her. She then said she'd like to wear it at her wedding. I told her I felt uneasy. I told her I wasn't sure that was a good idea. She told me it was fine and she'd have to change a few things in it so it could fit her size and style, but this is why I had a hard time accepting it. I told her I was sorry, but I can't let her have it. She offered me money, but its sentimental value is what matters to me. She argued, saying that I was making things complicated, and it was all right since she too is my daughter. She asked if I didn't love her as much. I told her that my love for her is different, but she threw a fit, calling me unfair and unreasonable to still say no. Her dad got involved in the argument, saying he doesn't see why I'm against it. Oh, you dumbass. You dumbass. Okay. You get a red flag for that. You get a brozo for that. You get more. There's more coming, Pops. But we'll just start there. I declined to discuss it anymore, but they kept bringing it up, asking if my daughter would have wanted someone else to have the opportunity to wear this dress, since she unfortunately couldn't. I'm giving you a red flag for that too. Don't you dare invoke the deceased daughter's name and talk about her wishes like you know. This made me so mad I lashed out at both of them and kept saying no. Others said I had no right to act like that, leaving the dress in a closet when my stepdaughter can make good memories with it, but she said she's planning on changing its look. Okay, end of story. I don't give a shit if she's talking about changing the dress or not. The inevitability of her changing the dress makes it a hard no, right? I think it was a soft no before then when she talked about, oh, I'll just have to change some things. Then it's a hard no. Nope. In my mind here, this is one of the last tangible memories that OP has with her daughter, who has now passed. And asking to use it in the first place requires gigantic, really hairy cojones. Asking to use it and change it is just asinine. And then when you get a no to continue arguing about it is just flat out fucking disrespectful to OP and to her daughter's memory. Right? Like when you get a no, take the no graciously. This is a really sad instance of somebody not being able to handle not getting their way, which gives me more red flags here for Dad, because Dad is obviously one of the major reasons why she can't handle being told no. Obviously, she was raised in an environment where she wasn't told no, and she's not handling this one really freaking well. And when she did get told no, Dad comes in and he's like, hey, well, boy, just tell her yes. Same thing goes for you, Dad. It's a soft no that took some balls. And then when you're talking about changing it, it's just disrespectful. You get the no. You couldn't graciously just accept that no. You kept pushing. Now you're both on the shit list. The fact that you went against your wife's wishes when it came to your daughter, her daughter's memories, it's unforgivable. In my view, this is unforgivable. You just got shown that they were willing to use your daughter's memory against you as a weapon. They weaponized your deceased daughter's memory against you. Fuck them both. Gone. That's it. Don't bother inviting me to that damn wedding. Also, it's been 5 months. I don't know if that's too long of a time to get your shit annulled, but there are severe problems here. I'm going to go ahead and give Dad the AskCon 1 award here, because it is... I can't imagine having so little respect for someone to do this. Dad and his daughter both AskCon 1. Dad also gets the Brozo Award again. You know what they both get too? Just piling it on here. They get the trifecta. They're going to get this. They get the Indecent Fucking Human Being Award. They are disapproved for the DFHB Club. This is not how you handle this situation. And what I expected to happen here was for daughter to come in, throwing a fit about being told no, and dad to be like, hey, shut your shit down. But no. He just made it 100 times worse. OP, NTA. I got to go back to look at the original question here. The question was, am I the astronaut for refusing to let my stepdaughter use my daughter's wedding dress? Hell no. Hell no. And you've got a couple toxic people in your life that need to get out of your life real freaking quick. Real quick. It's not okay. And if you're thinking about doing something like this to somebody, don't. Just don't. Hey, we hit the fire goal. Let's talk about that for a second. Hell yeah. We've got leading the board here. Nope, try harder in a close second. Casey Stone, Fleur Toxique, Sue Ann, Michelle Heather, TLS Journey, Developer Girl, Miss Anna, Pixie Dust, Prep Girl, MJ Newcomb, Dark Angel, G&D, Southern Country, Wayward Darling, Adventures with Pam. You guys are clutch with the phone here, helping me out with the number 16 and beyond slots here. Dinah 5520, Kimberly Clevenger, Kitty Cat, Dragon Cat, Donna 12661, Tanya D aka T, Rebecca Barrett, Mags Mazing, Basically Becca, Annette Madron, Berlioz, DJJM, Snowman Collector, Ambriel, Hickey, Ishtara, El Marine, Justina, OMG Cookies, this guy, you know, Pink 1727, Ian G 814, Huffrock. Sorry, I got distracted. Krista Museum Girl, Lady Bags, and Shannon Aaron. Thanks so much for that. Also, Jenny Lee. Welcome to the Goshek and fam, courtesy of Crystal. Courtesy of Crystal, sending out a gifted sub there. Jenny Lee, you get the gifted there. Also, Tam Tam, Rach, Teresa, Amy, Miss Fiery Rippick, Amy, Sandra Briggs. Welcome to the Goshek and fam, Southern Country Mandy, Dragon Cats, Lisa Sparks, Kristen Museum Girl. Nope, try harder there. Keola Jenkins. Welcome to the Goshek and fam to you as well. Glad to have you here. Let me set up the new one here real quick. Words are really hard for me today. I'm sorry, folks. I'm messing up the words. Right before the stream, we actually had a conversation about, because once you turn 40, probably in your 30s too, but if you use the wrong pillow, you pay for it for like a week. I've been struggling to find the right pillow. My neck is all like, that's what it feels like. My neck feels like that. So
that's how I feel like I feel like I'm getting old.
You feel like you're getting old?
Because if I sleep wrong, like it's ruined my day.
That's where I'm at.
I used to be able to like sleep on a hardwood floor with a roll of toilet paper as a pillow and call it good. It's a bad deal.
I get a tension headache every time I like wake up. My neck's all jacked up from a pillow. Like, oh man, this is where I'm at in life right now. We're gonna unlock Caden Thunder and Confetti with a goal of 25 hundo high bears. Let me pin that real quick. TLS Journey already got on it. Look at you. Hey Casey, that's, you know what? Words are hard is the statement for everybody, and I hope y'all use it as often as possible. We've gotten messages from a lot of people that have used words are hard like all times throughout their lives and in many different scenarios, and I freaking love it. Do it. We still don't have a words are hard piece of swag, do we? We got to change this. I don't think we do. I threw another piece of swag out today. That's the Thunder part of the Dusty Thunder logo. I think it's really cool. I'm gonna actually order some of that in. Do we have a words are hard shirt? Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we have words are hard swag. My goodness. My watch is just buzzing nonstop. Oops. What do you mean, oops? I put that one, I made myself unavailable in that. It's different stuff now. Okay, so you guys just unlocked a Tony Spock appearance and a spicy reward story. I'll get the spicy reward story queued up, but in the meantime, let's have you chat with Tony Spock for a minute, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the official intro. Ladies and gentlemen. Tony Spock!
do you do it? Sometimes I say English has too many letters. Yeah, there's that too. It's a variation of words are hard. Hi everybody. Hi, what's up? Oh, I haven't seen my favorite Bills fan, Sophia, in here, but, you know, how about those Chiefs, Sophia, if you see this? Oh, man. How's everybody doing? Is everybody staying warm? I'm in a little bit better mood. The sun finally came out after what felt like, I don't know, what was it, 2 weeks probably with no sun. So that's kind of nice. Dusty Thunder has my phone right now, so if you see a comment come through from Tony Spark, I'm sorry.
It wasn't anything bad. Behaving.
I haven't seen it yet. Did you?
I said for people to make sure they follow you.
Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me, Tony Spark _ because it really ruins my day when other people in the office get more followers than I do off of a stream. I was really excited last week. I was like, well, I got 4 followers. Then Caden goes, hey, me too. And Miles goes, I got 3. And Candy goes, I got 25. I'm like, okay. Well, guess what? I accidentally deleted the Dusty Thunder channel. Oh, no. See what'll happen then.
Oh, Bill.
For those of you that do follow me, thank you. We like her the most, sorry. Yeah, well, that's true. She's very likable. That's right, Tracy. Poor Tony Spark. Poor Tony. Worst storm since 1992? Wow. That's rough. Chiefs did play a good game. Played a great game. That's right. Yeah. The poor wheel. Poor wheel. Still in recovery after what Dusty did to it a couple weeks ago. Speaking of Wheel of Thunder, we're going to be spinning the Wheel of Thunder today. Where's it at? We're going to be doing this. We're going to do Wheel of Thunder in the VIP Live today in our brand new setup, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It looks very, very podcasty, very official. We're also going to be giving away one of these, a coveted Piano Man autographed copy. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm sure Dusty will write a nice little note in there to you. But giving that away today. But I'm excited. The next podcast too. The next episode of Thunder and Spark, you'll see on the fancy new podcast setup too, since we had some minor technical difficulties on the last one. We're not pointing any fingers.
I am.
Not pointing any fingers. Thank you, Jesse, for being a TED follower since day one. I apologize. There hasn't been any TED content lately. It's very bad for the brand, but TED has been participating in Dry January. So, yeah, it's which is January 31st. So maybe there's more TED content coming soon, probably. But yeah. We do seem to have tech gremlins every time there's a Thunder and Spark podcast. I don't know if Dusty sprinkles a little mojo on it or something. I don't know.
I only know how to attract them. I don't know how to repel them.
To be fair, listen, every time there's tech gremlins, it's because Dusty's trying to do something to improve the podcast. So he's working on improving it, and sometimes we just need a little test run, and sometimes things go wrong. But it's to make a better product for you, the viewer.
That's right.
That's right. And then sometimes when we get to re-record it, it works out for the best anyway.
That's right.
Because get a little more, get a little more thought out on my answers, and it's gonna be great.
It's a good cause.
We've got a lot of good topics to talk about on this podcast too, so kind of excited to re-record it. It's gonna be kind of awesome.
Tis true.
Oh no, there was a lot of Super Bowl stuff in there. I'm pretty excited for the Super Bowl. Ted's pretty excited for the Super Bowl.
Heck yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
All right, spicy story time.
Bye guys. Don't forget to follow me.
Follow Tony Spark _ Tony Spark, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and I noticed someone said we don't have a Wheel of Thunder custom emote. I'm like, I'll be damned. So I wrote it down. I'm gonna make one. Now I think we have all of our slots filled up, so we'll have to get rid of one to throw that up there. But that's okay. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna get it made. Okay, the spicy reward story is what we're diving into now. It is a follower submission, but it doesn't appear to have a title. So we're just going to dive right in. Here is a follower submitted spicy story. When I first started my first job, that's not how this paragraph starts. I'm just adding shit that doesn't exist. When I started my first job, I was male 16 and Voldemort, not her real name, was female 25, but she behaved as if she was younger than me. She was on the same level as me job-wise, but she has always acted as if she had authority over me and all of the other employees. Word around the building was that she had worn down management so badly over the years she worked there before that they just let her do as she pleased. Over the next couple of years, her behavior got worse and worse, but reached a new height when her store manager decided to leave. The new manager wasn't used to Voldemort's behavior like the old one was, so when she tried to act up, he didn't really stand for it. He began changing things here and there in small ways and decided to hire a couple of new managers to help him. I was promoted as a manager, and so was she. Well, that sounds dangersome. Voldemort was promoted about 2 weeks before I was, but when she heard the new manager was considering promoting me, she lost her mind. She finally had authority to tell me what to do, and she didn't want to lose that. So Voldemort went behind the store manager's back and started contacting old employees and friends of hers to see if they would take the position that I was up for, and even set up a couple of interviews. When the store manager discovered that she had done this, he was livid. He made it very clear that she was not in a position to be doing these types of things, and repercussions were guaranteed if she acted this way again. I got my promotion. She got her pride hurt. Why are words so hard today, man? She got her pride hurt, but this just fueled her rage. Voldemort would constantly try to tell me what to do and constantly needed to be reminded that she was my equal. She consistently had a dangerous half word there. She consistently plotted how to get me fired. Though my manager could always see right through her, she always treated the employees, many of whom were extremely kind people and hard workers, as grunts to be ordered around. She spoke to them awfully. A lot of the time, our store manager would assign Voldemort with projects for the day, which she would shove onto the employees and then take credit for them the next day. There had been multiple times where she accused me of stealing money from the register, and coincidentally, we found the money under a book in the office or placed in my locker. She slipped up and forgot the cash office is monitored, but it was never a large amount of money, and this still didn't get her fired. Things came to a head one day when I overheard Voldemort having a conversation with one of the employees. Voldemort and I had gotten into a disagreement earlier that week because I had allowed an employee to go to lunch early when he felt sick. She reprimanded him, even though I told her that if anyone should be reprimanded, it's me since I gave him permission. The store manager stated he thought I'd done nothing wrong and told Voldemort to drop it. She was getting on to him for taking a lunch early. He promised her it wouldn't happen again. She told him, "Maybe you need to start taking longer lunches since you look like you like food so much. I want you to clock out for longer." That's a shitty thing to say. To which the employee replied, "That's really okay. I need the hours." Voldemort responded with, "Oh no, you need to get your food in. I can tell. Wouldn't want you losing any of your weight." This is a really terrible person. It's not just a bad manager. This is a terrible person. At this point, it was clear she was trying to make fun of the employee's appearance. I had also begun recording their conversation. I pulled the employee aside later and asked him if he felt comfortable with what she said. To no surprise, he was extremely uncomfortable with it, and it was hardly the first time she said something like that to him. So I went to our manager and showed him the recording, and what I found was that he had begun building a case against her. An entire folder full of reports on reports of her belittling employees, making fun of employees, directly disobeying, you name it. Dozens of reports. I barely knew the tip of the iceberg. This last incident was going to be the nail in the coffin to get Voldemort out of here. The next day, the store manager's cabinet had been opened, and many of the papers and reports were gone. She must have heard us talking because she went through the drawer and took the reports. Thankfully, the store manager had a camera in his office that he had installed recently before that, so that was it for her, plus the audio recording. She had an absolute meltdown when the manager had a conversation with her. She knocked over a shelf on the way out that day. Now we have a rule at the workplace that you can't say her name or she'll appear. Hopefully, you never have to deal with a Voldemort too. I don't think I'm the asshole in any of this. She was a gremlin. But what's your take, Dusty? Well, hell no, you're not the asshole for doing any of this stuff. This is, man, we talk a lot about there are people in the world who rise by lifting others. Nothing up here is working today. Absolutely nothing. There are people who rise by lifting others, and there are people who just shove other people down and try to climb on their backs. And this is one of those people who it comes from a place of just no self-worth. This is self-loathing that is just projected out onto everybody else. And she wants everybody to feel as shitty as she feels all the time, right? So it's not even like a singled out thing. It is, I want everyone to feel like garbage because I feel like garbage. And does her best to try to make that happen all day, every day. I think that OP here, when being elevated to the same managerial level, and of course I'm thinking, why the hell would you promote this Voldemort lady to a manager level? But then I get it. I think it's one of the only moves in this chess game that actually existed. I think it was the only move where those actions could be an immediate, like a hell no, not just a no, but a hell no. And Candy Thunder and Ava Thunder are back here. Hello, ladies. Welcome back. I think that was the only move to actually build the case like they wanted to build here, which is just, it's terrible. Yeah. We did an NTA for you here, OP. And of course, this Voldemort manager of yours is straight up shite person. That's absolute shite. That is. Chrissy Joe, living and loving life. Chrissy Joe again there, question mark. Kimberly P, Tony Spark, TLS, Shannon, Melissa B, The Kitty Cartel, Brenda Joe, Fated Autumn, Kimberly P, Krista Museum Girl, Little Red Corvette Girl, Trini Marie, Southern Country, Sexy Goddess. Thanks so much for the high bears there. Greatly appreciate the love. Kirsty subscribed. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. We're at 656 of 7 hundo on that, 1475 of 2500 high bears, and we are at what on our likes goal here? We're at 29%, 209K out of 700K. We're getting there. We are getting there, folks. Stephanie Woodard, Tam Tam, Sexy Goddess again there, Shannon, Chrissy Joe, Beth, Annette Madron, thanks so much. Greatly appreciate that. Nicole, oh no, you have a Voldemort right there. Jesse, thank you. There's confetti everywhere. No kidding. I will get home sometimes and confetti will randomly fall out of me. Confetti has fallen out of me in the shower before. And like, how the hell does it even get there? But confetti gets into some weird places, folks. Weird places. Bonjour, sophisticated. Too far? Like I showed them or told them exactly where it was. I got in the shower and all of a sudden confetti fell down. What do you do? Oh, does too far mean I should stop talking about it? Okay, got it. Be happy it's not glitter? Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Glitter would be... Or the gender reveal powder. The gender reveal powder, yeah. Yeah. Bex says, I wanted to quit my job for a month. The reason I stay is because of the management. Man, I think a good leader, not boss, a good leader can really make what is a really tough job to endure otherwise much, much easier. That happens with coins if you don't have pockets. I get it. Okay, our next story here. What am I bouncing to? Am I bouncing to 2? Is that right? Yeah. We've bounced to. We've done 3 reward stories already because we started with the cake one. So yeah. You left during maternity leave because of management, Beth. Wow, that's something. If they've got to be pretty bad to get you to quit during maternity leave. That's rough. Okay, story number 2 here is from Petty Revenge. This one is titled, Insist on Repeatedly Texting the Wrong Number. Eventually, you won't like my response. Oh, is this a good one? Texting the wrong number. It happens. It's not really a big deal normally. Usually I just ignore it if I think it's spam or politely text back to let them know that they have the wrong number. For some reason, there was this one person who repeated this every vacation holiday they took over the course of about 12 to 18 months. It was about 5 times total and always in the middle of the night for me. Texts were always asking how their horse was. Each time I would respond and say it was the wrong number. Each time the person would write back and apologize, saying that the place where they had boarded their horse had a 1-digit difference, hence the mistake. Again, I get that it happens, but after twice, wouldn't you just program the correct number into your phone? When it happened a 4th time, I politely texted back asking if they were ever planning on actually programming the correct number into their phone. They replied saying yes, they would do that immediately. I was about to block the number, but as I decided to wait and have some fun if they texted again. Predictably, a few months later, they did. Stranger. Hi, just checking to see how my horse is doing. I hope he's okay. Me. Unfortunately, he's not doing well. I tried calling in the large animal vet, but they said he's not going to make it. We're about to take him out to the back 40 and take care of him, Old Yeller style. Let me know if you want the body whole or cremated. Alternatively, we can process it and save the meat for you. Oh, shit. Wow. Full bore there, huh? Just went for it. Just 100%. Stranger. Well, I realize now that I texted the wrong number, but you don't have to be mean about it. And they never texted me again. Also, to be clear, I'm very much an animal lover. I was also just very much annoyed. Yeah, it did get dark quickly, but you know what we say, right? Pain creates change. And in this case, it's like there wasn't enough pain for them to create change by correcting the issue that caused them to keep messaging this person in the middle of the night. So what did Opie do? Found a way to create the needed pain to create the needed change. And yes, it was dark. Yes, it was, the freaking meat line just sent it right over the edge. It's like, oh, wow. But the point was to create pain. And it was just enough to never receive this message from this person again, right? So bravo. Bravo. Wasn't the hero that we wanted. It was the hero that we needed. My goodness. Yeah, we'll give them the official NTA there. That there was a while, and I think Ava Thunder, you were receiving text messages for a long time from somebody who thought they were someone else, right? Does she have her earbuds in? She does. Weren't you receiving text messages for a while that was people you were thinking there was this other person? Oh, thought you were Zach. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. And whenever they're trying to pick up a conversation, maybe they just like search for that person and they just have it. I don't know. Or maybe they have both numbers stored. I know that happens sometimes. Whenever we got the agency iPhone here, yes, we have an iPhone just for the agency, and we just use it for filming and social posting and agency stuff. I know. It has a number tied to it that was clearly someone else's before because it gets messages all the time. It gets messages all the time. And we just leave them alone. We just don't respond to them. But man, all the time. So we've had a few. I've seen it mentioned a few times during chat today. If you have a story that you want to send in, that you want to submit, there are a few different ways to do it. The first best recommended route here is to actually post it on the Dusty Thunder subreddit. There are over 15,000 members on that subreddit now. It is the way that you're going to get our eyeballs, and that puts it in the pool to be potentially selected to be used on a stream. But it will get you immediate feedback. And I think that's the most important thing here, because if you have a story that is maybe I'm the asshole here, what do I do? How do I handle this? Feedback that's quick is something that you really, really need. We have a great community. They're really good about engaging and giving you honest feedback there. Highly recommend going that route. If it is an old story that you don't need quick feedback on, you just want to get it in the running to be potentially picked for a stream, then you can submit it at dusty-thunder.com. There is a submit your story form there. So a couple of different ways to go about it. The subreddit route is definitely the preferred way. Michelle Heather sending out a bunch of gifted subs here. We have a bunch of new store members here. Maddie DG, Akizanara, Stacy Ann, Sandra Rain of YouTube. I'm probably saying that wrong. Maddie DG and Doretta da Silva. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam to you all, courtesy of Michelle. Where did it go? Yeah, it only shows me half of the name, so I just want to make sure I get it right. It is Michelle Heather. Thank you for sending out those gifted subs. Heck yeah. Tam Tam, Rook Brook. Thank you guys so much for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. Beth Bars, Cheeky Island Girl, Silver, Be Present, Akaira Yu, Silver, Casey Stone, Tigger, Michelle Heather, Janice, Shannon Aaron, 131 Detroit, MB Exotic, Queen of the Garden, Meg's World, 85, Mrs. Drex, Midi Rebel Pixie, Mrs. Drex again there, Shannon, Nicole Birch, Shannon again there, Queen of the Garden, Cat Smith, Meg's World, MB Exotic, Vicky, Cheeky Island Girl. Thank you guys so much. Amanda, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Alejandra, Trina, Crazy Kershaw, question mark, Valerina, Annette. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. Flint, to see you there as well. And I have to say SOS Flint. Zana DJ, Casey Stone. Thank you guys. Sophisticated Rook, Candy Thunder there as well. Tam Tam, TLS, Chrissy Joe. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciated. Liza Lee and Phillip Island, Australia. Hey, hi there. Hi there. So Amanda, I'm not 100% sure of the process to actually send out the gifted subs, but I think it's in the same area where you subscribe, but you cannot choose who gets them. I think it's just random. It just goes out to, it automatically picks people for you. Rook, hear you. Popsies in Belgium. Heck yeah. Kim, thanks so much for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. Theosaurus, K. Henny, thanks for the shares there. Dakota, thanks for the follow. Candy White, thanks for the share there too. Greatly appreciate that. We are at 2101 of 25 hundo on the high bears, which will get Caden Thunder and confetti. Heck yeah. You know, Caden Thunder, he's always got so much to say too, right? I feel like you've got some one-liners teed up. I mean, you gifted us the get your dustpan, or what was it? Get your brooms ready because it's about to get dusty. You gifted that one to us. I feel like you probably have some more stored up that you want to use at some point here. I feel like that's the case here. Oh, another gifted sub from Kay going out there. It again only shows to be part of the name, which drives me crazy. Crazy. It is K with a butterfly, though, and I should know this. I read it 100 times earlier. Trying to find it. Un momento. There we go. Crystal sending out another gifted sub there. Thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Melissa, Meg's World, Beth, Opie's mom, Beth, Samantha Giros. Thank you so much for that. Tony Sparks sending some high bears through there as well. Akizanara with a whole bunch of shares there. Thanks so much for that. 2250 at 25 hundo. I'm vamping for just a second. Hey, Corey Danielle, my sister married your uncle, so it's always cool to see me come up on the FYP. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Small world. Small freaking world. Kristen, thanks so much. Greatly appreciate that. It's a short drive for some of us to get to crazy. I feel that. I feel it in my bones. Kristen Fleury Steffens, thanks so much. Cheryl Moore, Shannon, TLS, Tony Spark, thank you guys. Greatly appreciate the love there. 2250, I can go ahead and start on the next one. This next story comes from the AITAH subreddit and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Telling My Wife That's the Job You Chose? Seems like a dangerous thing to tell your wife. Can you hear me telling you that, Candy Thunder? She says, yeah. Yeah. No, you're not. I am 32 male and my wife is 31 female. We've been together for 5 years and married for 2. We had our kid 5 months ago. For some info, my wife is a stay-at-home mom. She wanted to be a stay-at-home wife, but I told her what she would have to do around the house. She said no. When she got pregnant, she said she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, which I figured. I did tell her that she would have to be the primary caretaker of our child and that she would still have some chores around the house that she would need to do once she is fully recovered. For a little more info, she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Or no, she wanted to be a stay-at-home wife because I make a significant amount more than her. I was against it because I didn't want her to always rely on me for money. She spent her whole check while I tried to save money, so we compromised. She could keep her complete check and I'll pay the bills, and she may do groceries or pay for something else. So now to the story. Our son wakes up in the middle of the night a lot. I think he's scared or hungry. I don't know. If I don't have to go to work the next day, I will get him and take care of him, and sometimes, even if I have to go in, I'll get him. A few nights ago, my wife went out with her friends for the first time in a while. I took care of him while she was gone. She had come in loudly and made the baby cry. I asked her if she could get him because I had a big day at work. Yes, she was still up. She said no, she was tired. I said I was also tired. We argued for a minute. I ended up going to get the baby while she went to eat dinner. She asked how come I only get the baby some nights and not all of them, since she has to take care of him during the day. I told her, you asked to be a stay-at-home mom. You chose this. I told you that it was a 24-hour job. If you didn't know the job description, it's not my fault. She got mad and said, how was I supposed to know the description of a job I've never had before? I told her he's a baby. He's going to cry if he hears loud noises or gets scared. That's common sense. I also told her that you also never have had a job before. Oh, wait, what? I also told her you also never had a job before with your first job, yet you still did it. Okay, I understand the point there. I told her that if she wanted to go back to work, she could, and then we could split childcare 50-50. She hated that idea and got angrier with me. I just ended up sleeping in the room next to the babies. So, am I the astronaut for saying that? Sorry if it's long. I tried to sum it up as much as possible, and also this is a throwaway. Okay. Edits. I work 12-hour shifts, and a stay-at-home wife is someone who is like a housewife. If you still don't know, please look it up. When I gave her chores she had to do, it was because she was not going to be a stay-at-home wife and do nothing but spend money. For her being a stay-at-home mom, as long as the kid is alive and the house isn't too messy, then I'm fine for now. When he starts crawling, I don't expect it to be as clean as when he was a newborn. Edit 2, I do parent my child. When I get home, I take him unless he's asleep. Then I let him stay asleep. But as soon as he's up, I'm doing whatever with him while my wife has a break to do whatever she pleases. Yes, some days I cook, other days we go out, and on my off days, she knows she can go wherever she pleases. The reason I called her job 24 hours is because a mother or father, it is. So she is a mother, that is her job, so yes, it is 24 hours. I've got my own thoughts here. I'm going to give my own thoughts, but first we have to celebrate hitting the high bear goal. So let's do that real quick. And then Candy Thunder's like, yeah, you look like you need help. I'm going to come over and talk about this. I think I have my thoughts. I want to give my thoughts, and I want to hear your thoughts as well, because I know you're going to have a different viewpoint on this, and I think it's important for everybody to hear. Let's talk about this for a second, though. Exotic 362 leading the board here, and neck. Wow, our first 3 slots here are like neck and neck and neck. TLS Journey in the number 2 slot, Casey Stone in the number 3 spot there, Nanda Panda, AK Mary, Meg's World, Southern Country, Michelle Heather, Rescue Ninja, Sexy Goddess, MX Manners, Animal 792, Twisted Usagi, Amber L. Hickey, the Mr. Beaumont, Clutch with the phone there, Adventures with Pam, Prep Girl, Summertime, Brenda Joe, Mandy Flores, Tony Spark, Rook of Exile, Rook of Exiled in Exile, Shannon Woodliff, Fame 13, Developer Girl, Shannon Aaron, Crystal Gilmore, Kimberly Clevenger, Diana 5520, Misty He, Kirsty's, right? Yeah, not Christie's, Kirsty's, yes. Berlioz, Miss Pamela L, Country Mama, Sapphires, Fluor Toxique, The Dino Rex, Ishtara, Leo Named Water, Kimberly P, Suan 257, Livin' Lovin' Life, Donna 12661, Candy Thunder, Brooklyn Baby, Crazy Kershaw, and OMG Cookies. Thank you guys so much for that. Greatly appreciate that. Now we can. No, sorry, we can't do that yet. We gotta set up the next one. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just up here reading things, folks. The next one is going to unlock a cake story and confetti. I'm sorry, cake story and candy feedback. Cake story, candy thunder feedback. So the candy feedback we're about to get is just bonus. Okay, we have 100 confetti. We're at 42% of the like goal right now, about to hit 300K of the 700K. You guys are rocking along. We've gone through like 5 so far, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. Not that we'll get through all of them, but we've got a ways to go. Okay, back to this story here, which again, the question on this was, am I the astronaut for telling my wife that's the job that you chose? My view on this is not going to be the same as everyone else's. Let me remind you, opinions are like assholes, right? Everybody's got one. Everybody's going to be different because it's shaped on how, there was a rose in my mouth for a second. I was like, what in the world is happening? Everybody's opinion is shaped on their life to that point. It's a filter that you see things through based on the experiences that you've been through. So it's going to be different for everybody. In my opinion, this was not the play. Yes, she chose that. Yes, I understand that. However, I can tell you from the limited amount of time that I do the stay-at-home duty versus Candy Thunder, like it is 1,000 times harder to do that than it is to come in here and work in an office. Being a stay-at-home parent is one of the hardest jobs in the world. And I think as a parent, he says, yes, it's the job that you chose is a 24-hour job. Well, but you're also a dad. And although you go into an office and do your thing, you're also a father, and that is a 24-hour job as well. I don't think it releases you from the responsibility of being a 50-50 parent partner on that side of it, especially when you get back. I think it is a all hands on deck pretty much all the time kind of thing. When you're away at work, you're away at work, obviously. But whenever you get home, I think it is a be as involved as you can be, because by this mentality of, yeah, this is the job you chose, you're gonna be the primary caretaker here. You're gonna do more work even when I'm here. I think you, in that selfish frame of mind, miss out on so much. You miss out on so much bonding. You miss out on so much time that I think you will regret when you get older. And maybe this is one of those things where, Navy is number 5 for us, and I'm 41, almost 42 now. And maybe at this time of life, I can see that a little bit better because we've been through it several times, and I can be like, I want the time. I want the experience. I want the bonding, the good and the bad times. I want it all because I'm going to miss it when it's gone. And this feels like, yes, I know she wanted this, but it just feels like it is this is not a team. These are 2 individual people who have a child together, but they have not yet formed that team bond. And I know he said he's involved. I know he said he does stuff, and hearing the things that he does, that's good. That's fine. It's the mentality that does it for me. It is the mentality of, no, you said this is your job. This is your responsibility. That's what bugs me. I don't care how involved he says he is, having the mentality of this is your job because you said you wanted this bugs me. And again, that's not going to be the same for everybody else. That's just how I feel about it. And maybe it's I'm sure it's because of my experience to this point. I would like to bring in Candy Thunder. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder. You may have a completely different viewpoint here. So
what do you think? I actually do not. I agree with you. But I think there's a point in your marriage where your teamwork is tested. And that is when you, like through pregnancy, through childbirth, and then coming home with that baby. And you have to be a team. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. And they are not a team. It's like they're playing one-on-one and they're playing against each other. And it's like, well, if you do this and you're not doing enough of this, then it makes it unfair. And I feel like they're probably both good parents, but they're not being good spouses to each other right now. And that sucks because this could be the downfall of their marriage, because if it feels imbalanced and you think your marriage is imbalanced, then you're going to start to resent your partner. And it sounds like he's already resenting her. But this guy, I can tell you with 100% certainty, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And he's saying it like an asshole. So learn some tact and talk to your wife in an appropriate tone, because the tone in your AITAH story sounds like you're being an asshole. I don't think that you are an asshole. I think that you have valid points, but you need to get on the same team as your wife and work together to find something that works for the both of you. So yes, she chose to be a stay-at-home wife, but maybe she's not happy being a stay-at-home wife, and maybe she doesn't know how to say that. So talk to her and quit assuming things and be a partner. And she needs to do the same for him too, because I feel like they're not together right now. They're just not in sync, and it's going to cause tension. It's going to cause resentment and frustration, and it's going to get ugly. And fix it. Like, don't say, well, this is what she chose. Yeah, that's okay. People change their minds. Like, give her an opportunity to fix it. But when you're dealing with a postpartum woman, your kid is 5 months old, you gotta have tact, and you have none. So I think anything that you say to her in this tone is going to automatically be resented on her part.
There's been some comments in here like she's not doing anything at home. He's had to enforce this rigid structure on her because she wasn't doing anything. That I hear you, and I think it's easy to get caught up in the details of this and be like, yeah, but this person did this and this person did this and they had to do this because of this. Here's what it comes down to. In a true teamwork mentality, I think you enter a situation thinking, what can I do to make this person's life easier?
Right.
What can I do to help? What can I do to make life easier? In the Mimi mentality, which is what it feels like they both have right now, it is a what I feel like this person should be doing. Here's what I feel like this person should be doing. This is, you should be doing this. I'm doing this. I'm handling mine. This is what you should be doing. This is what I feel like you should be doing. And there's no solution there, right? I truly think, this is a journey that I think people go through in their relationship, because there have been things that we had that I finally had to have some kind of trigger that would push me into actually doing something on things that bugged me. And then when I actively do things about it, it feels much better. It is when you become a true team player and you actually start diving in and saying, how can I make this easier for this person? Everybody gets happier. So it is amazing.
I see all these comments that are like, she's not pulling her weight. She's not doing her job. Guess what? The last week I operated at 10%. And this man operated at 90% because I had a bad fucking week. So maybe she isn't pulling her weight, but you know what? That's okay. Because sometimes if you're in a team, like we are a team, and when I can't pull my weight, he helps. And that's okay. If he can't pull his weight, I help. And she's fucking struggling. She just had a baby. At least treat her with respect and don't talk like this to her. Like, I'm sorry. This is like all these comments that are like, she fucked up. She's not doing it right. She's taking advantage of him. Like, come on, guys. No, we don't know that. She just had a baby. Like, life is fucking hard.
Oh, and kids, babies will put you to the test. And again, that is one of those times when it's either going to break you apart or it's going to bring you together. And the individual, me focused on me and what I feel like you should be doing mentality is going to lead to them falling apart. It is, you will be tested in every single way. And trying to enforce a rigid structure for someone who is 5 months postpartum, I imagine would be really, really tough.
And it's not even that, but you don't find out how selfish you are until you have a baby.
Truth.
I had a baby at 22. I had Ava. I had no idea how selfish I was as a person. And it takes a lot of work to overcome that selfishness, because you lose all time now belongs to your child. Like, every moment of your day is now invested in your child. And when you step away, like, there's just so much that goes into it. So we can say all the things that we want to say, but it sounds like a marriage that could work, but is struggling, and they need to figure it out. I don't think either one of them are wrong. I think that they need to work on things to make sure that they have a team instead of just one-on-one.
Yeah. Well, and again, I think this is everybody goes through a rough phase, especially with kid number one in this phase, right? It's hard. Like, it is hella hard. But hopefully they figure something out and start coming together on this. I do really think that there has to be enough pain to create change, right? And there's this tipping point with pain where you start thinking about, what if I change my approach completely? What if I start just trying to help here? What if I start trying to make my partner's life easier? and see if that changes anything here.
Right. And someone said she went out with his friends.
I don't think that's the case.
BseYson, whatever your name is. She did not. She went out with her friends. So please listen. Jeez.
Yeah, no, she went out with her friends, and it was the first time she had gone out with her friends since having the baby, it sounds like. So
that's exactly what he said. He said, a few nights ago, my wife went out with her friends for the first time in a while, and I took care of him while she was gone.
Yeah. And working 12-hour shifts does not make you not a father. It doesn't release you from the responsibility of being a father, right? It doesn't. It doesn't make. And I'm telling you, being here and being the person who's responsible for bringing home the bacon or the breadwinner is an easier job than raising kids. Thank you, Tater. Love you. Mwah. Yeah, I'm glad you came up for the assist on that, because I have my viewpoint from a father's point of view. It shouldn't matter which angle it's coming from, but I was really interested to hear her thoughts on this too. And in this case, I think it is one of these. Unfortunately, this is one of those everybody sucks here kind of positions. It is these people are thinking as individuals right now and need to start thinking as a team. That's the bottom line. And until they start thinking about what they can do to make it easier on their partner, and they both start thinking like that, they're going to keep hitting their heads against a brick wall. There has to be enough pain to get to that point. So it's tough, though. Man, it is tough. And there's only one way this is one of those fires that you have to walk through. You have to walk through that fire and feel that pain to emerge stronger on the other side. Nobody goes into this knowing exactly what to do. Nobody goes into it being a great partner and a great parent. You emerge from this as a better partner and as a better parent. So let's hope for them that they end up going that direction. But it's tough. It is a tough journey no matter what. Tough. Sexy Goddess Luna Rose, Michelle Heather, Melissa, Persephone, Animal, Nicole Birch. Thanks so much there. Vanessa Rivera, see you there as well. Melissa, Carrie Lee, Meg's World. Thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. We did hit the confetti gold here too. Let's talk about that for a moment. I think we have a shorter list this time, which works out well. Animal 792 leading the board there. Casey Stone in the number 2 slot. CL's Journey in the number 3. Amber L. Hickey, Meg's World. Southern Country, Exotic, Adventures with Pam, Nanda Panda, Sue-Ann, OMG Cookies, and Prep Girl. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate the love there and helping us get there. That unlocked a cake story and Candy Thunder feedback. We'll get to bring Caden Thunder up here in just a moment. The next one we're going to set up is for confetti and the helmet. Oh, good gravy. We're going to bring out the astronaut helmet here. It's a good thing because I'm wearing a hat. It's hat day. Faux show. It was confetti. Can't type, can't talk, can't think. Okay, we have 600 donuts. Let me pin that real quick. And this was 3. There we go. Okay. We're at 49% of the likes goal right now. Just started with the donuts goal, and those are already rolling in. We're at 662 of 700 of our subs goal, which is great. Zuli be present, Ananda, Tesha, Amber L. Hickey, Ariana Hunter, Heather 8668, Kid Roscoe, Lisa Sparks, see you there too, Skate Ballerina, Mama Harsh, Donna DJ, Jasmine, Samantha Girus. See you there. Thanks so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. All right, we're going to go ahead and dive into the next story. And do you want to bring Caden Thunder up now, or?
No, we're going to read the story, and then we'll have Caden come up.
And we are on Cake Reward Story number 2. Okay, gotcha. All right, here we go. Cake Reward Story number 2. This one comes from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Am I the astronaut for not giving a cupcake to a child who was not originally on the guest list? This sounds like it's very VIP. It's a very VIP birthday party. Yes, absolutely don't bring your own cupcakes because you can't do that either. No cupcakes for you. I-24 female recently returned to my hometown after being away for college and work. My grandma often hosts potluck parties where her 3 kids and their families can hang out. I'm a pretty good baker, and the couple of times I brought baked goods over, I got lots of compliments, especially from the kids. For the potluck we had last week, I had promised to make a cupcake for each and every kid, 8 kids, all under 9. The adults would get a 2-pound cake to be shared. I elaborately decorated the cupcakes and made sure I made enough. I didn't have the energy to make extras. On the day of the party, one of my cousins brought her boyfriend and his kid, Gina, over unannounced. She's 7 female. Gina saw the cupcakes each kid got and wanted one too. So my cousin brought her to me to ask for a cupcake. I apologized and told them that all the cupcakes were spoken for and that she was welcome to have a slice of the 2-pound cake as it was the same flavor. Gina said she wanted the pretty cupcake. My cousin then said I should just give her one because she was sure at least one of the kids would not show up. Again, I refused, saying that I promised all the kids a cupcake and would feel awful if anyone had to miss out on the promised cupcake. My cousin then walked away with Gina. She was right, though, as one of our cousin's girls, Amy, 8 female, was sick and couldn't come. However, her dad and older brother did, and the brother asked if he could take the cupcake back home to Amy, and I said yes. My cousin and Gina were in the kitchen when I brought the cupcake inside to pack it up for Amy. When they saw me packing the cake, they asked about it, and I said it was for Amy, who was sick. Pictures from the party were recently posted. My parents posted pictures of their kids with my cupcake. My cousin sent me a message telling me that Gina was really upset that Amy, who wasn't even at the party, got a cupcake while she didn't. She said I was the asshole for hurting a little girl's feelings. I think I did the right thing by giving the cupcake to Amy, as I did promise her one. Still, Gina was right there at the party. Am I the astronaut? Crap. That's talk about a Kobayashi Maru. There is no win in that scenario. I think you did the right thing here, OP, because you promised it to someone. That someone still wanted it, even though she wasn't there. You had promised it to her. There was a delivery route available for it. So I think you did what you had to do here. I think you did learn something here, though. And I think that is moving forward. Always make one extra. Make one extra. And yeah, I understand where the cousin is coming from too, because imagine having a 7-year-old kid. I'm sure they didn't know that this whole cupcake thing was happening. If they did know and they knew that it was a pre-planned thing, that's different, and they shouldn't have done what they did. We have no indication to think that they knew ahead of time about this as well. So for all they know, they show up and there's cupcakes, and this 7-year-old girl wants a cupcake, and they're like, hey, can she have one? And you get told no. Yeah, of course you're going to be upset that she's upset. Of course, that sucks. There's no way to make that not suck. So this is a true Kobayashi Maru. The only real solution to any of this would have been to make the one extra cupcake, right? And then it's like, hey, sunshine and daisies and everybody's happy, right? It took a little bit of extra work, but this is not something you did with malicious intent. You were just kind of backed into a corner, and it was a Kobayashi Maru because you would lose no matter what you chose. So, NTA, it is a sucky situation. But yeah, it was pre-planned and made just enough for the people that were going to be there, or for the kids that were accounted for. So there's just nothing you can do about that. It sucks. It sucks. She did offer cake. Yeah, you're right. The little girl did have the opportunity to get cake. She just wanted the pretty cupcakes that all the other kids had. And I get it. She's 7. She sees all these other kids with a pretty cupcake and doesn't want to feel left out, right? I get it. I get everybody's point of view here. It is it's not an everyone sucks here. It's like a no one sucks here. It's just a shitty situation. It's unfortunate. That's what it is. I'm going to create a button and an animation that just says unfortunate. And that's it. That's the vote. Lisa B, Wonder Woman, Azaria, Rose, Nichols, Lynette, Mimi, KG, Casey Stone, Anastasia. Azaria, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Dark Angel, Casey Sia there. Sharon S, Crystal, Passionate Reader, Ariana. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate the love there. If it's the same flavor, the kid did have a choice. Yeah, but take yourself back to 7-year-old version of you. I think it's less about what is actually what the cake is made with, and look at it just as an aesthetic item, right? You see all these other kids running around with something that you can't have. You wouldn't feel great about that as a 7-year-old kid, and I don't think we can fault the 7-year-old kid for not feeling great about not having this thing that looks really pretty that all the other kids have. But yeah, we as adults can be like, yeah, it's got the same guts. It's fine. It's the same thing, but it's not. It's not to a 7-year-old kid. At 7, truly me, Izzy says, at 7, I would have flexed that I got the adult cake. I think it's because she took a lot more time and made the cupcakes like really ornate. And I get it, but it's just, there's no win. Kobayashi Maru. It's the Kobayashi Maru cake. And that's the worst. I get it though. Casey Stone leading the board here on the donut call. Heck yeah, in the number 1 slot. Michelle Heather, number 2. Mama Joe, number 3 slot here. Animal 792, TLS Journey. Adventures with Pam, Meg's World. Oh, I'm like, I don't sign. I don't know what that means. Okay. He has to tell me to put the helmet on for this part. Caden, you gonna come up after the reading, or you gonna wear the helmet? No? Come on, man. Come on. We're going into outer space here. It was Casey Stone in the number 1 slot. Michelle Heather, Mama Joe, Animal 792, TLS Journey. I've got my protective gear on now for that confetti. We're good. Adventures with Pam, Meg's World, Miss Anna, Crystal Gilmore, Jennifer Webster, Valerie Shadowcat, Southern Country, Donna, Tesh, Lil, Ishami. Clutch phone here for the rest. OMG Cookies, Ari Hunt, Nanda Panda, Tanya D, AKAT, Hoorn, Diana 5520, Theo Dino Rex. I have hair strands in my face. It's really freaking me out. Really freaking me out. Theo Dino Rex, Kid Roscoe, Erica Kimball, El Marine, Prep Girl, Heather 8668, Amber El Hickey, Ms. Fiery Repic, Firestar, Noemi, Find Your Peace, and Passionate Reader. Thanks so much for the love there. Greatly appreciate it. We're going to get the next goal set up after I get the confetti off my desk. While I'm getting the next one set up.
Going full astronaut mode here. Next goal. It's going to get us a spicy reward goal. And this. Spicy reward story for 25 hundo and diamonds.
It gets very foggy in there. There's a lot of confetti. It's like Mardi Gras over here. Mardi Gras on New Year's Eve. Or it's like the end of the Super Bowl. Yeah, we need to get just red and yellow confetti. I'm sure that's too bougie and expensive for us. Where's my mouse? Here we go. There we got it. Okay, Mr. Producer, what am I doing now? Okay, cool. All right, let me. I was all muffled. Spicy salsa. Yes, Ariana, we're gonna do spicy salsa. It's hard to hear me when I have the helmet on. I know. Okay, we're gonna get Caden Thunder up here to chat with y'all for a second. Let's do that. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, it's me, Caden Thunder. Be sure to go search for Caden Thunder on TikTok. My I want everyone to go follow me. I'm gonna compete with Tony Spark. I'd like some. I want you guys to, I don't post anything at all, but it'd be really funny if I got more followers than him. Yes, I'm gonna watch the new Avatar. It looks great. It looks really good.
Do not follow Caden
I don't know,
Thunder. I repeat, do not follow Caden Thunder.
Yes. No, everybody needs to follow Caden Thunder. Don't listen to that weird random voice that just popped. That was a glitch. I don't actually. Hey, what's my TikTok name? Because I don't know. Is it Caden Thunder?
Caden's TikTok is at Tony Spark _.
That's not true. This is false. It's Caden Thunder. I don't think there's any weird characters. My real name is Caden Storm. Well, yeah, there's a lot of weird characters, but not in my username. It's a knee slapper for you. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Roxanne. It's Caden Thunder. Let's go. Good job, chat. Thanks. I love you guys. So, how's the weather? How's you guys? What's your guys' favorite breakfast biscuit / scone? Mine's raspberry. Howdy from Web City. I have been to Web City. I live there. Miles actually lives there. I lived there once. I didn't attend Web City schools, though. I attended Joplin schools. Blueberries, raspberries, yes. I am 21 years old.
This is the weirdest conversation I just walked into.
Oh, you missed a lot. Pumpkin. I love pumpkin everything. Whenever it's fall, I'll have, oh my gosh, guys, pumpkins. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But also, I was forced to watch The Bachelor. And now I'm going to have to watch the entire season because I'm so invested in the last 2 episodes that I watched. And I tried not to be, but I can't help it. And now I'm going to have to watch the entire thing and spend like 24 hours of my life watching The Bachelor because I'm just too invested now, guys. So I am basic. What you going to do about it? I can't help it. You try watching the 2 episodes and tell me that you're not invested and you're not going to watch the whole season. Because even if you don't, you're gonna be Googling, hey, who didn't get the rose on The Bachelor last night? I know you, because I was like, I'm not gonna watch it. But look at me. If it happened to me, it'll happen to you. All right.
What is happening?
Thanks for following me, guys. I'll start my own little group. It'll be called like the Caden Clan. The Caden Kids. Caden's room. All right, guys. Catch you next time.
Caden Thunder, everyone. This kid, tell you what. I tell you what, this kid, Trash TV is the best. Joyful Stranger agreed. He said that right before we started the stream today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's freaking great. Get your brooms. Get your brooms. Holy cow. Okay, we're going to dive into our next story here. This is officially story number 4, I believe, right? Tony Jabroni? Team Tony. Jesse Romero says Team Tony. Holy cow. Oh, wow.
Wait a minute.
Hey, question. Renee says, is it at Caden Thunder or at Caden Thunder Work?
It's at
Caden Thunder.
At Caden Thunder. What is the at Caden Thunder Work one? Okay, gotcha. That's just so he can watch stuff at work. Okay. Poetica, you think I'd gone back in time? Juliet, thanks so much for the share. Greatly appreciate that. Samantha, Julia, Kelsa, Casey Stone, Tesha or Tisha? Mammoth, or Mimit. Azaria, Lisa B, Donna DJ, Anna Hartman, Trini, Marie, Aaron Biederman, Fleur, Toxique, Carrie Lee, Lisa B, Adventures with Pancake, Kirsty, Chelsea Wise, Samantha Girus, Mongal, Azuli Noemi, Olivia, thanks so much. Greatly appreciate that. Staria. Team Tony Jabroni, Carrie Lee says.
Thank you.
He's very appreciative. Very appreciative. It is 4, right? That's the correct one? Okay, sorry. I think you told me that. I just got distracted. Here we go. Next story is a follower submission. OP, if you're in chat and want to claim your story, you know what to do. Title of this is, Am I the astronaut for refusing to pull money from my husband's account to give to my family? Hi, Dusty, longtime viewer, and I feel like you have the best advice. There's not many people to whom I can vent that it won't circle back to my family, so I'm taking a shot here with my husband, 25, or with my 25 female husband, 24 male, just went to basic for the National Guard in the Army. I'm very proud and supportive of him, as is my family. I have a rather small family, just me, my mother, and my sister, 27 female, her two kids, and her husband. We are usually a tight-knit family, but there is currently some tension. My husband is in basic for about 10 weeks, then heads straight to advanced training for 15 weeks. So he will not be returning home until the end of July. Wow, that's a long time. That being said, he has left and entrusted me with all of his finances, bills, etc. I keep track of his bank account as far as watching for when the Army pays him and making sure his student loans, car payments, and all that good stuff is being paid on time. On to the problem. My sister is a dental assistant and is currently in school for her bachelor's degree. Her husband recently lost his job, and my sister has been trying to keep up on bills with her low salary. Her husband has recently found new work, but they're still struggling. Before my husband left, we gave her some cash to stay afloat until her husband's checks would come in. Recently, my sister has asked for more money. Normally, I help my family out, as having small children is a lot, and my mother is a widow and lives alone but still works. Makes more than me as a nurse, but still, living alone is costly. I also work as a pharmacy tech. Here is where I might be the astronaut. When my sister asked me for more money, I refused, as I only had $10 to my name. She got a little frustrated, venting to me about how they needed gas and some groceries. I was sympathetic, but again, I told her, sorry, I got nothing. Later that day, she texted me again, asking if I could pull from my husband's account to give her $40, swearing she'd pay it back. I would like to point out they never pay me back, my sister or mom, but usually it doesn't bother me as they never ask for more than $50. I told her no, I was not touching my husband's account, and that my job as the wife was simply to keep an eye on it so he gets paid and his bills get taken care of. She went on to say all kinds of things, including how we don't have kids, so we can't be that broke, and that the Army gives us free money that is more than what we need. What? I don't know if you know anything about the Army, but they don't pay great. Like it's not like a. If people got rich being in the Army, there'd be a lot more people in the Army, put it that way. That money is for housing and other bills we may have, which is what I plan to use it for. I explained this to her, along with the fact that the Army hasn't sent him a check yet and is still behind 3 or 4 checks from his PT before he went to basic. She kept asking, but this time I put my foot down. I can be an absolute doormat sometimes and give in, but this is my husband's account. And while it is our money, it doesn't feel right to just take it when he has no idea and no contact with me. My mom even agreed with my sister, saying it is hard with a single income home, and said that me and my husband are lucky to have extra cash, and it is our responsibility to look after the family in time of need. Am I the astronaut? There are so many red flags in this that just paint a clear misunderstanding or a tilted worldview or lots of problems here. Now, there may be a cultural element to this because in some cultures, there is very much a take care of the entire family kind of mentality. So I can't speak to being a member of a different culture. In my life experience, if somebody tried to pull this shit on me, it'd be a hell no. And you know, they have separate finances, but she understands that you know, she has a right to that money as well because it's her partner's money. But she also, they've created parameters for it where they're a few checks behind themselves. So they're just, you know, they're barely getting by right now too. But what they do have is strictly dedicated for bills. And it's one of those things where this would require 2 yeses, right? And she can't get a yes from her husband right now. So it's a no. It would require 2 yeses. She told them no. They aren't graciously taking that no, like we find so many people doing in these kind of stories. Instead of graciously accepting the no, they keep pushing. Like that's going to help something. Maybe I can argue this no into a yes. When somebody created boundaries, that's really just a challenge. That just means I need to try to close harder, right? I need to try to seal this deal. I can just argue my way into turning that thing into a yes. It doesn't work like that. I'm sure it works for some people, but it doesn't help the relationship at all. All you're doing is just solidifying the no here. And I think you did the right thing. I think the fact that you say, OP, that you could be a doormat, but in this case, you created that boundary, you stood firm on it. They're going to keep trying. So just don't waver and make sure that they understand that this would have to be a 2 yes situation. And you can't get a yes from him right now. So it's a no. You can make the request, but it may be a while before you hear back. But without 2 yeses, it's a no. You can make it as simple as that. And you're clearly getting used. So be aware. Be very, very aware. We are at 976 at 2,500 on the Tiny Dineys right now. Tony Sparks sending some Tiny Dineys through. Look at that. There you are. There you are. Roberta Snyder. Also, we've got some subs coming through here. I don't see who sent the gifteds through, but typically whenever we see a big batch of subscribers showing up, it's because somebody sent a gifted through. Maybe it'll show me that info in a minute. But Poetica Rose, M. Jank, Maple, Raya, Nana61, and Glow Corona, welcome to the gosh heckin' fam. Heck yeah. Kat Heasey, Erica Kimball, Poetica Rose, Callie, Amber Hickey, and M. Brecker, Skates Ballerina. Oh, we got somebody showing up here. Wonder Woman, Kirsty, Jacqueline Mendez, Tony Spark, Roberta Snyder. Thanks so much for the love there. Chrissy, Google Queen Cat, Samantha Girus, Candace Kelly, Janice, Candace Kelly again there, Lynette Laura, Nobody, Tony Spark, Lisa Sparks. Look at those two, back to back. Poetica Rose, Jennifer Webster, 81 Inc., Poetica Rose there again, Girl and her whiskey, Spec Mama, Jennifer, Lisa, Kez, thank you guys so much, greatly appreciate the love there, Kayla M. Butler, Spec Mama, Kirsty, Jacqueline Mendez, thanks so much. Yeah, DoorDash just walked in. What'd you bring me? What'd you get me, Ava Thunder? Chick-fil-A again? You've got to be sweating. Like you've got to be sweating Chick-fil-A sauce at this point. Your body just naturally produces Chick-fil-A sauce at this point. I can't do it. I get Chick-fil-A. It's just, it's too much. It's too much. Becky, I don't think you can control it. Whenever somebody's sending a gifted sub through, it's random. As long as you're on a live, I think it's random. Teddy Trexis and hubby are both working. Why do they need money? Well, I think fiscal responsibility is not something that is common. And I think, the cycle of poverty is tough to escape for a lot of economic parameters, but also for a lot of habits. And plot twist, it's Ava's makeup. That's funny. Samantha, hey, there you go. Yeah, it would have been the subs that you sent through. It didn't show me who sent them through though. So thank you so much for sending those through. That is amazing. You are awesome. And if you received one of those gifted subs, Samantha is who you have to thank there.
Miles has thoughts on this story.
Oh, really? Okay, let's bring Miles in for some thoughts here. Hang on. It's been a minute. Ladies and gentlemen. Miles!
Hey, so haven't been here in a while. How's everybody doing? Just wanted to note on the kind of more the financial part of the last story that was read. I personally have been plenty of times in situations where I have no money to my name. Actually, I could even say right now, my current net worth is 79 cents. And this could just be because I'm a dude. I don't know if that's a thing, but I personally have a problem asking other people for money. Even if it's my mom or dad, it's hard for me to go up to anyone else and be like, hey, could I have money for this thing that I don't really need, but should probably get or something like that.
But should get.
I don't know. I have a problem taking money from people, and even when I don't have money myself. So I was just gonna say to the OP of the last story, I don't think you should have to feel bad for not being able to give money away either. If you're in a financial situation where your scenario doesn't let you give extra money away to people, that shouldn't be a problem for you. But anyway, that's all I had to say. Also, go follow smile.mp3 on TikTok, smyle.mp3.
He's the dark horse in this competition now, Tony. He's the dark horse. I get it. I completely get it. I think it is, and maybe the solution to that is, should you find yourself in a position where you are able to help people, and I think we all hope to get to that point someday, right? But we all want to be in the position in lives where we're able to to save people's lives from disaster or create some life-changing help when the time is right. I think being the initiator may be the thing there. It may be like, hey, we know you're struggling with this thing. We're in a position to be able to offer some real help, and being the one who says, I can help, instead of being the one who gets asked all the time. I think that's the dream, right? That's the dream for people. And we've talked about, using this platform. And if we keep growing and growing and growing, we want to get to the point where we can have like a trust and actually have some funds to create some of that kind of change for people. We obviously have a long way to go, but I think that's the dream for everybody, is to get to that point. Being the initiator would be a whole lot cooler than being the person who gets asked all the time, because there's so much guilt that comes into play there. And guilt is a primary motivator for a lot of people. And it's a very dangerous game to play. Very dangerous. Kirsty, yeah. I mean, they could do big family meals. They could do a lot of different things. So be a bookkeeper. Oh, yeah. And I agree with that too, Lucky Penny. If once someone says no, that's not an invitation to come back and ask again. I think you're just showing disrespect when you come back and do it at that point. And yeah, Becky, I think money is a dangerous topic, period, especially with friends and family. I mean, it is just tough. It is absolutely tough. But I think getting to a position in life where you're able to really provide some solid help for people, and to be the initiator of that, not the one they ask, but the one that just shows up and offers, that's the catbird seat. That's the position everybody would love to be in. And that's the position we hope to be in ourselves someday here. So that would be hella cool. We are at right now 1,200 to 2,500 on the tiny dinies that are going to unlock a spicy reward story. We are now bouncing
we're only at 66% of the like goal too. And we're basically almost out of time. So
oh my goodness.
Tap
so
the screen.
Tappity tap if you can. No is a complete sentence. There you go, Wonder Woman. Can't give what you don't have, Jules. Yes, absolutely. TRS, that one was. Let me scroll back up and find. It was a follower submission. So I don't know that it's posted anywhere, but it's, am I the astronaut for refusing to pull money from my husband's account to give to my family? Nanda Panda sending out some gifted subs as well to Chevy's Mama, Road Scholar Vaughn, Kathy Howerton, and Barty Marksman. Heck yeah, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. Okay, here we go. Another follower submission for us here. This one, again, OP, if you're in chat and you want to claim your story, you know what to do. This one is titled, Am I the astronaut for not allowing my sis-in-law and her dog to stay with us for the weekend? Am I the astronaut for not allowing my sis-in-law and her dog to stay with us for the weekend? I, 27 female, and my husband, 28 male, just got married a few weeks ago in a private ceremony far away. It was amazing. To include our family and friends, we are having a reception a few weekends from now here in our town. My in-laws are all traveling 10 hours to come here, but they all volunteered to get hotels since they know we just moved into a small house and have yet to unpack, clean, or make room for guests. Also, we're newlyweds, and who actually wants to stay in the same house as newlyweds, am I right? Hey. I know what she's saying. I think I know what she's saying. Last night, my sis-in-law, 36 female, texted my husband and me and asked if she could stay that weekend of the reception, 3 days and 2 nights at our house with her dog. We might have been willing to try and make room for just her by herself, but the dog is a hard no. For reference, her dog is 108 pounds on a good day, poorly trained, and basically a giant asshole whiny baby. He has his moments where he can be sweet, but if he doesn't want to do something, you physically cannot make him. He has a history of destroying couches by sitting his whole fat-ass body on the couch arm. He thinks my poor 8-pound dog is his next snack, and there's physically not enough space for him in our house. Also, our couch is brand new, and we have lots of breakables. Sister-in-law says she can't find anyone to watch him while she is gone, partially because he's a giant asshole, and that no hotels in our town take animals. He already despises car trips and freaks out on them and has been banned from multiple boarding and grooming locations where she lives. Okay, well, that removes a lot of options. My husband responded and said that he is her dog and her responsibility. We have no room at all in our house for the both of them and are not comfortable leaving him alone in the house anyway with our new couch and literally everything else that we own, including our dog. He said, if she truly cannot find any other options, then she will probably have to stay home with him and miss the reception. Again, her dog, her responsibility. I'm so lucky my husband is on my side and we are united in this. However, all of his family is upset and pressuring him to let them stay with us that weekend, and I'm worried he's going to give in to keep the peace. Our family is divided on the subject. Half think we absolutely shouldn't let that dog stay in our house. Half think we are being selfish and uncaring that the sis-in-law needs to attend our reception and is stuck in a bind and needs our help. Basically, we are hearing that family helps family. My opinion is that maybe she shouldn't have adopted a giant asshole dog that's bigger than her and then refused to train him, and then maybe we wouldn't be having this problem. Are we being too harsh? Should we try to store everything in the garage and hope he doesn't kill our couch and eat my dog? Original question here was, am I the astronaut for not allowing my sis-in-law and her dog to stay with us for the weekend? Hell no, you are not the asshole. You are not the asshole here. Everything that I was thinking, and you guys were probably thinking too, as reading through this story, got negated as an impossibility the further we got down. It's like, why wouldn't you board the dog? If she doesn't have any choices for anyone local to her actually watching the dog, like doing dog sitting, why wouldn't you board the dog? Oh, you can't because your dog's been banned from all those places. Why wouldn't you train the dog? If it's been banned from everywhere, clearly there's a behavioral issue that needs to be addressed. There's a reason that your dog has been banned here, and she refuses to train her dog. So that is ultimately the root cause of the problem here. There is one possible solution. Rent an RV. Right? Rent an RV. And maybe the RV place is like, oh, not with that giant asshole. But I mean, that's at least a space that you could take with you. You could, find a campground. Dog would have plenty of room to run around and have some space that wouldn't depend on a hotel. It would not depend on staying in someone else's house and putting all of their belongings at risk, which, by the way, if you agreed to let her stay there, I'd make her sign a freaking waiver and cover the cost of everything that the dog destroyed. She put herself in this position. She cannot put the responsibility or the downswing of all of her irresponsibility onto other people. She has to deal with it. This is her mess. She has to clean it up. That's it. And again, no is a complete sentence. If you say no and they keep asking, it's just a matter of disrespect. If you keep the peace on this. Right now, I was green flags for hubby for being completely with you here, OP, and for saying, yeah, no, this is your dog, your responsibility, and you're a united front on this, and that's great. But now you're starting to get worried that he's gonna cave to keep the peace, which is the worst possible thing that can happen. Of course, all of these other family members are like, yeah, let her stay there. Do you want the dog to come stay with you? Oh, it can't because we're in a hotel. Yeah, we can't. But if this was a matter of them being able to house this dog during that time, I guarantee you they wouldn't be like, yeah, let him stay. It's only because they're in like a Switzerland neutral kind of position that they can say the shit that they're saying. So their opinion means nothing here. Nothing. Green flags do need to be made. OP is here? Oh, heck yeah. Okay, who is OP? Tony Spark? I see a lot of OP is here. Megan Suzanne?
Yeah, she said Megan Suzanne 96.
Gotcha. Yes. Yeah, hopefully this is something that has been resolved and you're at least sticking to now. That is it is 100% an NTA and a hold your ground. I would be having daily conversations with hubby here and being like, hey, we're still on the same page here, right? You be strong. Don't you let your family cause you to cave to keep the peace, because that's not what it's going to keep. There's no peace to keep. It's going to create chaos for us It's peace for everybody else because they won't have to listen to her bitch to them. That's what they mean by keep the peace. Their pain is that they're having to listen to her bitch about it right now. And they want that pain to go away. That's it. Even if it causes you an immense amount of pain. So, do you really want to think about their problem or their opinions? Screw it. Yeah. So glad you invited all these people who have opinions to town to come to your reception. Right. Yeah. If all of these family members are so concerned, then they can do something. Hey, but the dog hasn't been banned from any boarding places in your town. Right. Just in her area. And yeah, the dog doesn't like car rides. But again, I think the RV idea is a good idea, or it is her problem. I don't even know why I'm offering suggestions right now. It's her problem to figure out. It's not yours. I wouldn't even offer suggestions, because if you start offering suggestions for her, you're like participating in the solution here, and that's a dangerous game. Just stay out of it. Your problem. Your problem. Board and train, I think is a damn good idea. Toria. I think doing the board and train, yeah, and there are places around here that do that as well, where you can do boarding, but they will train your dog while you're boarding. And then guess what? You probably unban your dog if you're willing to train your dog there. And they'd be like, yes, please, thank you. I think that is a damn good idea. Luna probably needs to do boarding and training. Jen says board and train only works if he's accepted and not aggressive. I think if one of the boarding places that banned him originally knew that she was open to the idea of doing boarding and training where they could actually correct those behavioral issues, and it doesn't sound like it's an aggression thing. It sounds like he doesn't know his own size and strength, like a Luna. Luna's like a giant teddy bear who thinks she's tiny and just, yeah, least aggressive dog in the world. Just big. Motel 6, pets and kids stay free. It's their motto. I mean, we don't know what market they're in, but there's probably more options than staying at your house available. They're just trying to use that because it's the easy one. And everybody else wants their pain to go away. That's the end of it. But again, I think if you start offering suggestions to her, that's dangerous, because then it's a, well, I can't do this because of this. And then you're on the hook to try to find another suggestion. Screw it. Your dog, your problem. Stick with that. And just make sure that every day hubby is on board with you still. Yes. Sooner Yanko, Tony Spark, Katie, Little Savvy, ASMR, Sarah, Latanya. Latanya with all kinds of gifts through there. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Ashley Russell, Blue Girl, Goober, Ashley Russell again there. Latanya again there with more gifts there. Thank you so much. Skate Ballerina, Jasmine, Dorette Da Silva. Is it Dorette? Is that right? Melissa Persephone, Mish, Lissa, Shauna Rianne, Mish again there, Kate Goober, Crazy Canadian, Rachel McEl, Minions Den, Fane, and again the new members of the Storm. We've got Chevy's Mama, Road Scholar Vaughn, Kathy Howerton, and Barty Marksman. Thank you guys so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. It is 5:12. We've got to shut down our stream here so that we can start getting set up for the VIP. I didn't realize it was after 5. So we will start going on there. We'll keep our gift thing going to unlock a spicy reward story for next week, most likely. If y'all are members of the VIP, y'all, I just said y'all, that happened. I don't say it all the time, but when I do, y'all. If y'all are part of the VIP, part of the Storm, here in about 10 to 15 minutes, you should get a notification that we have gone back live for VIPs. If you don't get that notification, come back to my profile, refresh, and you should see that we are live there. A couple of special things that we're doing. We are going to spin the wheel for the Wheel of Thunder. Top 10 gifters from this stream, plus 2 new members of the Storm, 2 existing members of the Storm. We are spinning for the first time for a signed copy of Piano Man, which will be really stinking cool. Also, you will be the first to see our new podcast setup because we're going to use it back here. Knock on wood that tech gremlins don't attack us because it's the first time we're trying it. So We'll see you here in about 15. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Greatly appreciate it. Aaron, we don't typically read stories on VIP. Every once in a blue moon, we do. Share, if you look at the star bottom left or top center of the screen, those are the areas where I believe that you can become a member. Meg's World, can you find Piano Man on Amazon or TikTok Shop? Piano Man is available as an ebook, paperback, and a hardcover on Amazon. If you go to Linktree, linked in bio, the top link on my Linktree is actually for the Amazon shop page that has all 3 versions there. The one in the TikTok shop is the signed copy. If it has shown up now. I have a very small number of signed copies available in the TikTok shop. All the Amazon stuff is unsigned stuff straight from Amazon. I've got more paperbacks on the way so we can do a larger quantity of the signed ones in there, but you can find it anywhere. So, ebook, paperback, hardcover, sign, or those are Amazon. You find them in Linktree. The signed copies are in the TikTok shop, or should be shortly, and I'm starting to work on recording a new version for Audible, so we'll have it as an official audiobook out there at some point too. That is a process. It's a very long process. Tech gremlins. Yeah, tech issues. It happens. Happens a lot. A lot. Shawnee Ann with a heartbeat. Thank you so much. Shannon Aaron, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam. Heck yeah. Faye, Styles, Latanya, Faye again there. Sharon Day Newton, Jocelyn, SOS Flint, Fell Hermit Fairy. It's officially SOS now too. S period, O period, S period. Heck yeah. Fell Hermit Fairy, Danielle, Meg's World, Sooner Yanko. Thank you guys so much. Coral, I see you there. Thank you so much. We will see you here in 10 to 15 minutes on the VIP. And if not, we'll see you next time. Thank you guys.